Alright, 3-month review on Dart Transit. What's going on, YouTube? Your boy Pino checking in. Live out of Cali, you feel me? You know, I'm on my way to Texas, man. Finna make it happen. You know, I had to get this one. Because it was what it was. Had to get off the West Coast. Had to find my way. My 3-month review of Dart Transit Company. That's what we're about to do right here, man. About to go over that. I feel like with Dart has been a good company for me. You know, when I first started, it wasn't the smoothest. You know, it wasn't the greatest. I had a couple bad weeks, and I feel like that comes in the business and in the industry. You know, but overall, I have found a way to be more profitable for myself here. And you know, I can get into detail on that in a separate video. Right now, I just want to focus on how I feel about my 3 months overall here. I started Dart in May. So, you know, I'm kind of late on the 3-month review here, but I just want to make sure I get this out. So my first 3 months at Dart, I mean, it was a mixed bag. I'll say that. I have my good weeks, my bad weeks, but I really didn't understand how to be the most profitable while being here. I actually learned where to run, where I shouldn't run. And you know, I used to run reefer because I used to work for Prime, so I kind of understood reefer rates, but I had no idea how dry van rates would be, or the best areas to run in the van, or anything like that. So at first, of course, I was letting my fleet manager pick my loads, and I had that process of my fleet manager helping me out, making that happen, and it's been cool. Like, she made sure I was good. I ain't had no problem, but at first I had a different fleet manager for like the first month. Then I got switched over to someone else, and both sides, they had me okay. Like, it wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst. I seen what these loads got to offer on the lease side for Dart. Some of them are good and profitable, some are not. But fortunately, you know, Dart gives us access to some load boards where we can find other loads outside of Dart, because you know the radius for Dart, we don't go past I-35 as far as the loads they offer you. You know, anything past that, you know, you go out there on your own, and you kind of got to find your way back if you choose to do that. But I had one incident where I ended up on the no trucks road. I had a pretty bad incident that time. But I'll get in more details on that. I'm glad, you know, Dart stuck with me through that process, and they were supportive through that process. I haven't had any tickets or anything like that. I actually had an inspection. That was pretty cool. Went smooth, no problem. I tend to go through a lot of scales. You know, that's one thing I appreciate here. I don't have to go in too often. They make sure we're good, and I love that. But I've been treated with love, man. I mean, I feel like they work with me well here. I don't have any problems. It's been cool. It's been cool. Like, I don't really know what's good or bad to say about it. What I can say though is some of my friends that I've met here, and I guess I can call them friends, or you can call them whatever you want, but fellow truckers, we'll use that. Some of the fellow truckers that I've met that I came in with,
please slow down.
They're not here no longer. They left, man. Because at the end of the day, sometimes the rates haven't been the greatest. I'm not sure if that's on just because of the dry van end, or the timing of what's going on with everything in the industry, or if it's just Dart. But I really think you just gotta learn how to make money, especially when you get access to load boards. And I feel like everyone's 3-month experience will be different based off of your bills, what you're expecting, and stuff like that. So I can answer any comments in detail in regards to if maybe it can work for you or not based off of what you're looking for. You know, because there's money to be made here, plenty of it. You just gotta know how to make it. And that comes with trial and error. You know, when I first started using the load boards, I don't think I was making the most off of them, because it was my first time using them. Prime didn't really give me access to that. So at the end of the day, it was my first time. it was some trial and error. I didn't really know where to run, how to run, like I stated earlier. That was a part of it when I didn't want to rely on the dart loads anymore. I didn't know how to run, where to run to be the most profitable. So, you know, that problem came in for me too, where I wasn't as profitable as I could have been. But you know, my overhead wasn't too much, so I found a way to survive regardless. It wasn't like I had weeks where I was making like $400 or $500. It wasn't nothing like that. You know, for me, my worst weeks have been about 800-900, and I consider them pretty bad weeks, especially if you're gonna be out over the road and you're really running. You know, lease operator, but that was on my doing. You know, trying to figure out how to do things on the load board, and it's like I wasn't calculating things right. You know, because the way it works a lot here, you know, you have to calculate the rates on your own. Your 65%, and you know, admin. Dang. You have to have your 65%, and then your fuel surcharge. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. Y'all don't hold that against me. You have to learn how to calculate that and add that up to help yourself out the best way you can. You know, at first I thought I was calculating things wrong somewhat, then I wasn't calculating my expenses right and things of that nature, but I've gotten a lot better. But also one thing I want to talk about here is DART is a great fuel discount program, man. I save a lot on gas. Typically at Pilots and Flying J's, but some TAs and some Petros too. It just depends. But Love's is terrible here. So if you're a Love's guy, you don't want to keep working for DART at Love, because you might get sometimes 10-20 cents off pump price, but when you get the Pilots and Flying J's, sometimes you get 40, 50, 60, 70 cents. One time I got close to $1 off the pump price, which was amazing in itself. And you know, TAs and Petros typically is around 20-30 cents, maybe 40, depending on the location. So yeah, overall, it's been a pretty good company for me, man. They done took care of me. The fact they give me access to these load boards and I get this freedom, I haven't felt so free in a while. I mean, actually, like the last month I've been running, it's really been me. You know, I've been out here booking my own loads, making things happen on my own, and it's been fine. And that's perfect for me. You know, out here booking my own stuff, making things happen, and making sure everything is good. So I'm really excited about that. You know, I don't really learn how to run, and I've been very profitable. You know, I've been very profitable. One more thing I want to talk about is settlements here. Settlements, you can settle your loads after you complete them and get paid for it the next day. So I feel like that's pretty great. You know, so you really see what each load pays you. You know, you don't have to wait till the payroll ends Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever it is at any company, and you get paid Thursday, Friday, and all that good stuff. Nah, you settle these loads when you finish them, but based on your expenses will determine how much that load's going to pay you, because the way DART breaks down everything, where instead of charging it like a once a week charge, it breaks down into an everyday charge, and that way it helps you settle when you need to settle. So it works well, man. You can get you some money. I mean, the only time you can't really get no money is on the weekends when payroll and stuff like that goes home, so that's to be expected. So, you know, it works pretty well. Finish your load Sunday, you'll have to scan it in Monday. Sometimes, depending on your bank, you can get paid Monday, or you'll have to wait till Tuesday to go ahead and get that money. It just all depends. But yeah, man, this is my 3-month review. I know I probably was all over the place. You know, bear with me. And if you got any questions, leave me in the comment section. I'll respond, and yeah, we'll go from there. So, peace. Your boy Pino, checking out.